From a suspect in Georgia who nearly lost his life due to his reckless decision to flee, to a motorcyclist leading Georgia State Patrol on a 145-mile-per-hour chase, and a suspect in Arkansas attempting to outrun an ASP officer, this is all in today's episode. On December 16, 2021, a trooper observed the driver of a silver Honda Civic using a cell phone while driving. When the officer attempted to conduct a traffic stop, the driver refused to comply, accelerated, and initiated a pursuit.
South, coming up on exit 85. Probably 13 South, on exit 85. Hit the wall, hit a white van.
The driver sped recklessly, weaving between lanes and driving on the shoulder. Despite crashing into a concrete wall, he continued to flee.
Hit. 1050, 1052, 1018.
The trooper positioned his patrol vehicle and executed a pit maneuver, causing the fleeing vehicle to spin, collide with both concrete walls, and come to a stop. The driver, identified as Carlton McDonald, refused to comply, prompting the trooper to deploy a taser. After resisting arrest, McDonald was ultimately taken into custody and charged with evading law enforcement. On February 26, 2023, Troop D Communications alerted troopers that Henry County Police were in pursuit of a Dodge Challenger. Trooper Williams was positioned nearby and joined the pursuit, becoming the primary unit. The suspect was traveling at high speeds, recklessly weaving through traffic. The pursuit reached approximately 100 miles per hour, posing a serious danger to other motorists. Some suspects choose to stop and surrender to the police, but this one had other plans. He believed he could outrun the troopers, but would he succeed? Let's find out. As expected, the officer caught up with the suspect and executed a pit maneuver, causing the vehicle to spin 180 degrees and come to a stop. The driver was quickly apprehended and taken into custody without further incident. On November 6, 2021, an officer observed a motorcyclist on a silver Suzuki Hayabusa exceeding the speed limit. When the officer attempted a traffic stop, the rider ignored the signals and accelerated, initiating a pursuit. Three patrol cars closely pursued the suspect as he raced down the highway, reaching speeds of 145 miles per hour. One trooper managed to get near the motorcyclist and attempted to make contact at high speed, a risky maneuver, but the attempt was unsuccessful. The suspect lost control of the motorcycle and crashed, coming to a stop in the far left lane. Thankfully, the high-speed chase had come to an end. EMS was called to the scene, and deputies provided medical aid to the suspect. During a search, officers discovered a loaded 9mm semi-automatic pistol, 829 grams of methamphetamine, a small quantity of heroin, digital scales with white powder residue, and $1,610 in cash. On June 13, 2023, a trooper attempted to pull over a silver Chevrolet Camaro for an unreadable paper tag and driving without headlights in the rain. However, as the trooper stepped out of his vehicle, the driver suddenly sped away, igniting a high-speed pursuit.
10-4, I've got you on the map. Shows that you're turning maybe on East 24th Street.
I'm on Woodline now, right on Woodline.
10-4, right on Woodland.
About here. Left on East 35th, clear, clear.
The chase escalated to dangerous speeds of 134 miles per hour on slick, rain-soaked roads as the suspect recklessly weaved through traffic, running red lights, making abrupt, unsignaled turns, and illegally passing vehicles over double yellow lines. Despite briefly gaining distance, the trooper remained in relentless pursuit.
16 open 1019.
They got him one away.
Alright, keep that 108, let me know. I'm gonna go to the spike here, Portland 12.
I just hit it. Continuing on the way, minutes of driver north.
Okay, just keep running on. There's a bridge before you get to Barter Farms, between the 12 and the Barter Farms on South Spike, there's that bridge.
He's got his flappers on now. Looks like they pull over. Yeah, he's got a flag on his back rear.
In a last-ditch effort to evade capture, the suspect attempted a U-turn, but the trooper swiftly executed another pit maneuver, causing the vehicle to spin out and crash into a ditch. Realizing there was no escape, the driver, later identified as Dustin Sockwell, surrendered and was taken into custody without further incident. On February 15, 2024, while on patrol, a trooper spotted an SUV speeding and attempted to initiate a traffic stop. However, the driver had other plans. Rather than pulling over, he chose to flee, setting off a high-speed pursuit. The pursuit came to an end when the trooper executed a successful pit maneuver, bringing the SUV to a stop. Officers quickly exited their patrol vehicles, took the suspect into custody, and transported him to jail. On November 27th, the Grant County Sheriff requested assistance in a vehicle pursuit involving a dark-colored Dodge Challenger. A trooper spotted the suspect vehicle speeding, making multiple improper lane changes at high speeds.
Down to 630. Keep shot down to 630. See.
Out of 14 the rock. I'm out with the vehicle 630 under the Woodrow overpass.
Still.
Started 1016.
We are 631 down.
Hey, can you see that?
The trooper performed a pit maneuver, sending the Challenger into a concrete barrier. Before it fully stopped, the driver fled on foot. The vehicle was towed, but the passenger refused to provide the driver's information. On August 2nd, 2024, Trooper James Booth observed a brown GMC Terrain making an improper lane change across 3 traffic lanes. The vehicle, which had an Arkansas temporary plate, exited onto Curtis Sykes and continued moving, despite repeated warnings to pull over. When the driver refused to stop, the trooper initiated a pursuit.
25 of that. We're still rolling on East 15th Street.
Getting on the street.
East 15.
Careful. Keep thinking. GMT tire.
It's a brown GMC Terrain. It got temp tagged in August.
Careful.
We'll be on North Hills right now.
CNFS received. CNFS comments added. CNFS comments added.
The suspect refused to stop, recklessly weaving through traffic at high speeds. He took the on-ramp from North Hills to Calvary Road and merged onto I-40 westbound, ignoring traffic laws and putting other motorists at risk in a desperate attempt to escape.
After you question, we'll be taking the on-ramp to 40 westbound.
On-ramp for west. Shake up, Chris.
CNFS comments added.
Speed is 60 right now.
CNFS comments added.
As the pursuit escalated, the trooper maneuvered ahead of the suspect's vehicle, attempting to slow it down for a controlled stop. However, before he could act, the suspect intentionally rammed into the rear of the patrol car, sending both vehicles crashing into the median wall. The driver, later identified as Patrick Johns, immediately jumped out and tried to escape on foot, but was quickly captured by responding troopers.